Hi, it's Nell. Thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to be talking herbs. And I happen to be holding a parsley, but that is not the herb that we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about pruning an overgrown oregano, why you need to do it, when you need to do it, and how you need to do it. So stick around to find out all about that. And as always, there will be a blog post to go along with this video. The link to that will be in the description box down below, or it will also be on our website, joyasgarden.com. I'm going to be planting this parsley in my raised vegetable bed soon, but I'm holding it because I just wanted to show you that this is an herb with soft stems, whereas oregano, thyme, mint, they are herbs with woody stems, and they need to be cut all the way back so they can be rejuvenated. And I live in Tucson, Arizona, in case you're new to my channel, and this is mid-January, and I am going to be pruning this oregano now. If you live in a colder climate, you will definitely want to wait until spring, and you want to start to prune away that old growth as soon as you see that new growth coming, because you want to make way for that nice new fresh growth to come in and get rid of the old growth. Sort of like, out with the old and in with the new. And of course, you want to wait until the danger of a hard frost has passed, or any frost for that matter. So here is my mojito mint. Speaking of mint, as you can see, it's all been cut back. It was getting really leggy. The foliage was really, really small, so I cut it back about a couple weeks ago. It's starting to come back a bit. As you can see, the soil is down in the pot. So what I'll do probably in mid-February is I will give it a good dose of worm compost, and that will bring that soil level up. And mint is a good strong herb, so it can make its way through. And then as the days get longer and brighter, this mint will come back beautifully. And I am showing you this because it's the same principle as the oregano. You want to cut off all the old growth so this nice new growth can appear. And let's see, what else? I was going to say something else, but I just forgot it. But anyway, the oregano is at my neighbor's house. So I'm going to grab my pruners and my gloves and head on down the street with the tripod. There's a close-up on that new growth coming out. And I remembered what I was going to say. I was going to say I did a blog post on this last year on the mint, pruning and rejuvenating a mint, and the link to that will be down below also. So you can see how long the oregano is here. It's a little empty in the middle of the pot here, but that's because there was a parsley growing there. And that should come back once this is all cleared away. There's a lot of oregano here, that's for sure. So before I start in on the oregano, I want to show you another herb, which is rosemary. And you can see the bees all over it. And in case you didn't know, rosemary does flower. So my neighbor Mary said she's had this oregano planted in here for about 2 years and she hasn't ever pruned it. So I think it's time. Boy, there's a lot of oregano, and there isn't too much dead underneath. It's not too bad. But still, there's this nice new growth coming up here, right underneath there, and underneath all this woody mess going on here. So it's not a finesse kind of a prune job at all. What you want to do is cut this away to about 2 to 3 inches. And I've got both of my different types of pruners here, but I think the Felcos are what I'm going to use. And you see how extremely woody this stem is here? It's just that has gotten really, really old. So I just go all the way around, and then I can clean up at the end anything I don't like, or if I want to cut anything back a little more. But oh boy, it smells so good. It's making me crave pizza. Okay, let's see. I'll get in a little closer now so you can actually see that new growth before I continue going around. Ooh, it's getting awful thick back here. Ooh. So here's a close-up shot of all this nice new growth coming underneath, and I decapitated a few of the stems, but that's okay because it's so thick I can't see what I'm doing. But right there, and now this new growth will come back all nice and fresh and gorgeous. And why you want to do that is because this new growth, the more tender growth, has the better flavor than the older growth. So definitely want to encourage that by cutting your oregano back. So here it is after cutting it all back. Not the prettiest girl on the block, that's for sure. But the thing with the oregano, it grows pretty fast when it warms up. Actually, it grows really fast when it warms up, so it's going to cover all of the yuck growth underneath. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm just going to take out a few of these big woody stems just to get them out of the way. But all in all, it's pretty much all done. Oh, and another thing I wanted to tell you about pruning oregano. About midway through the season after it flowers, because oregano does flower, you want to give it a really light trim because that will rejuvenate it. Just cut those flowers off and maybe cut off a few inches of growth just to stimulate more new growth. Okay, so I have as much of the woody stems cut out as I'm going to. I could be picky, but I don't want to be that picky. So I've got my Fisker floral nips, and I'm just going to go in and do a little fine pruning on something like that. I don't want that in there. And these here too. Actually, I think I'm just going to cut this whole thing out because it has some new growth coming at the base. So just get it cleaned up and looking as good as possible. The more of the old growth you cut out, the easier it will be for that new growth to come forward. So, oops, see, this is a really long stem that you don't want in there, and there's some parsley that's just coming back right here, so this will clear the way for that now to come back. Anyway, I'm going to go in all around and just finish cleaning up these softer stems and getting any more gook out of here than I can. So here is the pile of oregano that came off of the plant. I think we're going to have to go door to door and leave sprays of oregano on people's doorsteps. There's so much here, but you can see how there's a lot of woody and dead in there. That's what you want to get rid of. And here is the finished product. Not the most beautiful prune job I've ever done, that's for sure. But it's hard to make this look good if you are pruning it for the first time. It's just going to go through an awkward stage for about a month, and you're just going to have to bear with it. But now, all that new growth can be exposed to sunlight and air, so it can really grow and do its thing. So I'll do the same to this that I am going to do to my mint. I'll bring some more worm compost and compost over to Mary's and give this a nice feeding so it will be well nourished all season long. Oh, and there's a hummingbird at Mary's feeder getting a drink. I think it flew away. I can't really tell. Oh, yes, it did. Okay. Okay, bye-bye, birdie. So I hope you have found this video about pruning on overgrown oregano to be helpful. As always, I thank you for all your likes and your subscribes. I really appreciate them. Oh. Now let's get out in the garden and make our worlds a more tasty and or beautiful place. I have a lot more videos coming your way, so be sure to come back. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.